Hi, everyone. Welcome to the birthday party. We're so happy to have you here. We're happy to be here. So we mentioned it's a birthday party. We have two very special birthday guests here today. It is our friend Gamba's birthday, but it's also my friend Claire's birthday. Hi, Gamba and Claire.
Hello. It's our birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm Claire Friend, and this is Gamba Friend. And today is our birthday. We're so very excited to be here.
So it's been an interesting month, huh, Claire?
Absolutely. Tonight we are kicking off, or we are wrapping up a month of video releases, of creation, collaboration. And so we'll be releasing the fourth of the videos that we've produced.
This project, the public part of this project has been about a month long. Claire and I have actually been working on this collaboration since fall of last year when the weather was lovely, and a lot of the plans were birthed on patios outdoors with other humans around us. And the project was originally meant to be an in-person installation. And then COVID happened.
Yes, absolutely. We were going to have an installation at the Tank Space at Spring Street, but that didn't get to go forward physically. But we were happy to pivot, and we happily received some support from the Houston Arts Alliance to put together this project for y'all.
We're really excited to get to the culmination of this huge project. Claire and I are both fiber artists first. Neither one of us have, I don't think in the past, considered ourselves stop motion animation artists. So it was a lot of experimentation and exploring new mediums and figuring out how to use tech, which is great.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to share all of our videos with y'all tonight, and we're going to start by sharing the video that was called the Life's a Party, or the Name Game. And while you're watching this video, we want you guys to think about which friend is you. Which friend is you, and why? And remember, here's a PSA from the friends.
So good to meet the friends.
Yes, that's my brother, Gray, in Atlanta. And I see that, Gray. I see that very much. There's some debate as to how this is pronounced. I think it is Velvis, but I was not the one who suggested this name.
We'll have to check in and see exactly how to say the name properly.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And we have a Wubs out there.
That's my sister. So represent with the Jarvis, the Jarvis clan. She's in Seattle.
Yes.
All right.
Pincher's name is Pinchu.
Yes.
Dead on.
So these names, for those of you who don't know, were actually suggestions that were given by people who've been following the project. And Epi and I just picked the one that seemed to fit with the onda of each friend. So it was super fun.
It's a little bit of a difficult decision on some of them. We got some really amazing suggestions, and there were some debates in my mind about maybe hyphenating some things together and creating longer names. This is Splits. I like to call this friend Instructor Splits in my mind. That's its title, and this is also my avatar.
I mean, Splits really turned out to be quite a star. You didn't know at first what each friend was going to be like, and then you kind of got to know them over time.
Are we ready to check out the next video, Claire?
Yes.
So what is the next video?
Well, we're going to be letting everyone know that the best friends will be declared at the end of today's event. So this was another way that people interacted. The 3 friends who got the most likes are going to be declared best friends, and they're going to get their own solo video.
Awesome.
That was a sweet garden party.
I'm really excited to find out that tomorrow is International Friend Day. What good timing.
It really was good timing. We did not plan that.
What we did plan, though, was a birthday party for y'all. So through this process, Splits and Gamba have gotten to know each other pretty well, and they've gotten pretty chummy. So Splits invited all of the friends to a birthday party for Gamba. And we're really excited to invite you to join us for the birthday party. Are y'all ready for the birthday party?
The premiere of the birthday party, okay? And like, there's nothing I would rather do on my actual birthday than premiere this birthday party for you. Thank you very much, everyone who is watching. It's very lovely.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back. Thanks for coming to the party, everyone.
Woo!
And happy birthday, Claire.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How's that cake?
Oh, the cake is delicious. In fact, I have Cake Friend here with me now.
Hey, Cake Friend. Claire, are you going to blow out that candle?
Why, yes, I am. Everyone's singing happy birthday to me in their heart, yes? And Amanda. All right.
Yay! Happy birthday, Claire.
Thank you. Brent wants to know if that's a lemon cake. This is a flavor that doesn't exist in our world, actually.
The friend universe is a very special place full of magical things.
Truly, truly.
Before we move on, we have one more video from our series to share with y'all.
Indeed.
So the video that we're sharing next is Dance Party, and it was really where we started this project. It was a lot of fun, and we thought it would be a great place to finish our video series.
But before we do that, keep in mind, don't go anywhere, because we have yet to learn who the best friends are, who will get their own solo video. So, reminder, best friend.
Oh, we're back. So, Claire, I completely forgot that I have a birthday present for you that I forgot to give you.
For me?
Yeah. Is it too late to give it to you now?
No, it's never too late for presents. And Gamba is very curious.
It's really for you, but you and Gamba could share, I guess, if you want. I'll leave that to y'all to figure out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right, here you go, Claire.
Thank you.
Go this way.
Oh, look, it's so cute. Thank you, Epi friend. Should I open it?
Do it, do it, do it.
All right. I think I'm going to lose my turban here.
It's evolving fashion. It started as a turban.
Now it's a bit of a head start. Look how cute this is. Thank you. I love a custom wrapping job in our colors.
Happy birthday.
Oh, it's very nicely wrapped. Yay! Ooh. Scissors. What are these? These are special looking scissors.
Who doesn't need another pair of schmancy scissors?
I do. So I can cut up all of the fabric that I still have left to make fun things out of. How's that? Good?
Sounds like a plan. So we would love to share a little bit about our project with y'all.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming to the party. And then, we just want to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. But before we do that, I just want to show you a little time lapse. So we just saw a dance party. Here's the time lapse video of how we made the dance party.
This was many hours. It seems like it's going really fast. This was the greater part of a Sunday. Is that right, Claire?
I think so. That sounds right.
And this is only a tiny portion of the actual video. It's just the video that we took.
Yes. Turns out that time-lapse photography is very labor-intensive, but also fun. I mean, it was so nice to have a structured activity during this time and an excuse to get together with another human. I was really, really grateful for that.
Maybe we should talk about how we worked out collaborating during COVID.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We should share that each of us had a COVID scare during the course of us working together. So there were points at which we had to stop production completely and just stay away from each other. That was interesting. We had to do a lot of rescheduling.
Yes, it certainly was. And so y'all put your questions in the comments. We're going to talk for a minute, and then when we get done talking, we will pull up some of your comments. So I just, I whipped up a little slideshow to kind of give you guys visuals of behind the scenes and make it a little bit more fun. So this is the space where we were originally supposed to have this exhibition, which is the tank space. So just to pull that up there. And here's our, early on in the collaboration, these were our first little sample friends. So as you see, they didn't make it into the final group, but they're still very dear to our hearts.
They're still actually part of the friend collection. They just didn't vibe with our evolving color schemes.
Yes. And this guy, the pink friend, he's kind of been the cameraman.
Yeah, the behind the scenes help. That's my dog, Aiko. We had some dog dates through the course of creating this video series that were really fun.
This was a porch hang. This was before we started the collaboration, and so we were just distancing from one another, like many people are doing porch hangs right now. So we started with a color palette and a Zoom shopping trip. So went to the place where you get everything for 25 cents. And I showed these pictures to Epi by phone, and we chose the colors together.
Yeah, I wasn't able to join Claire at the thrift store because I have high-risk older adults in my home and have been fairly quarantined. So Claire was sweet enough to deal with my picky nature over FaceTime and create these lovely color palettes on the racks at the thrift store, and I actually really enjoyed the process. And Claire, you've inspired in me that I actually want a personal shopper. That's one of my new life goals.
Oh my gosh, my hat will not stay on.
Art supply personal shopper, no less. This is after Claire had acquired quite a bit of fabric, and this was not our plan to begin with, but we ended up with lots of really cool tactile velours, which was really fun to play with.
And here we are making friends. So the friends just told us, they just said like, I want to be what I want to be. And you didn't really know what was going to happen. And they're stuffed with themselves. And like, this is actually leftover textiles that I save everything from my process. And so this is a leftover from another project. And just, this is Jay Swash. Jay Swash really turned out to be kind of a superstar.
Yes, there was no denying that one.
And I mean, I think another superstar in the group, I don't know. I mean, everyone's special. But this is Tamika. And before Tamika was Tamika, she was a hat. Because why not? Here's a friend, previous friend, and then grew into a friend. This is Kathleen. Kathleen is a very special friend and has a lot of movement, a lot of life in her. This is Wowie. Before Wow, like as Wowie was born. Denise and Bebe. That was the hat for my nose. Wubs, that's what Wubs started out. That's actually Wubs' base. And that's Rocket over there. Tell us about this one, Epi.
So that is Splits. Splits is stuffed with my sister's old robe. Still a good robe, still very soft. So Wubs is actually, or Splits is actually full of pink on the inside. Little secret for you. And Splits was partially created on road trips down to Anahuac. When we first got started, the weather was still really lovely. And because we're pretty quarantined, I was taking a lot of trips down to the coast and hanging out where no one else was. And so Splits got created on a road trip and while I was birding.
Yay! All right.
Splits is well traveled.
So then filming, we made all the friends. It was time to film. And this was our first film, which is Picnic. And here we are outside trying to take advantage of the natural light. But we had to deal with the elements. And here is Pink Friend as the, oops, sorry. Friends on stage. So this was our first successful video where we're learning about the process. And then we decided we needed to go indoors, so we needed to build a stage and a light box. So here Epi is drawing out the plans.
And so our stage was created with foam core and Velcro, and it was a movable set, easy, lightweight. I think altogether probably weighed less than half a pound. And it had shiftable walls, so it could have up to 4 walls, it could have 0 walls, and it could just be a base. And we got to play with a lot of interesting lighting in this box. And that box is taking up a large portion of my studio there. But the dance party as well as large parts of garden party were filmed inside that set.
Yeah, and here's our light box setup. So, I mean, we're not professional photographers. This is very lo-fi setup, but, it worked great. Here we are working on the Zoom.
There were a lot of late night Zoom calls. So there were programs in programs in programs. Yeah. We have been swimming in infinity scenes through screens for the last couple of months, which has been really interesting.
And with like a very intense timeline. So like a video every week, working up to the line, and with the amazing participation of Jeremy, Rocket Ship Ajax.
Otherwise known as Pink Friend.
Yes. Who was, taking these things that we would get him without a lot of time and making them wonderful with sound. Here's some friends in the light box. This is, you may recognize this from the Life's a Party. This is the big group hug that we wish we could all be having with you right now. And yeah, tell us about, you've been watching Jeremy work, Epi.
Yeah, it's interesting. We don't, like you mentioned, we haven't been giving him tons of time, but so Jeremy was starting with a bass theme song that he created for us and adapting it to each video. And I wish I could explain what was going on a little bit more, but that's why we brought in an expert, because this is not something that either of us does. And we're really happy to have had custom music for this project.
Absolutely. This is just, building that. That's Leela.
This was such a score. That is a recycled plastic AstroTurf rug that we used for the set for Garden Party. And I now kind of want to cover lots and lots and lots of things in AstroTurf. So if you get something from me for Christmas that's covered in AstroTurf.
So here we are working on Garden Party, and you featured the claws, which were useful intermittently, although like a lot of these friends just were not, they wanted to fall over a lot.
We'll find other uses for those grabber sticks yet.
Oh, totally. I'm just going to grab things from my bed after I'm taking a break after this project.
So we had some really awesome professional lighting that was loaned to us by a dear friend, Laura. But we were also kind of just using things that were around us. That easel was a random easel that I borrowed from my studio mate. We filmed a lot on an iPad, almost predominantly on an iPad. And we were just kind of grabbing things as we went and figuring it out, which was really organic and kind of fun for me, because I tend to work very linear when it comes to process.
It would be me wearing off on you, Epi, because that's my process.
It was interesting learning how another person works as well, because we both work in fibers, but we are coming at it from different backgrounds, and we both work in fibers in similar ways and then very dissimilar ways. So it was just interesting figuring out our workflow and how to approach creating and like segment up the work, but it all went pretty smoothly.
And just want to remind everyone, I know you're posting your questions, so continue to do that. We're going to answer them after we go through our slideshow. So thank you so much for those questions. Okay, so then it was time to do the final, the birthday party, which we've just premiered. And this is the beginning of the birthday party. It started in a similar place with a big pile of textiles, which were selected for their amazing colors. This is the making of cake. So that's what this is, a T-shirt, and then like what I did was I had a wonderful suggestion from a friend who does who makes quilts for the furniture bank, and she talked about how she gets these fleece blankets from thrift stores and she uses them for her quilting, and I was like, that's amazing. So I could make this like structural material that would hide like the lumpiness of what it's being stuffed with. So that's kind of what the cake looks like on the inside. And of course, building the set for birthday party was very involved.
Luckily, we shifted spaces, and we filmed Birthday Party at Art League Houston in one of the very large studio spaces, which was nice after being in my much smaller studio. The building is currently closed to the public, so we were able to take advantage of that empty space, which was awesome.
Ginny loves cake.
Um, we used pretty basic materials for a lot of this. We're looking at cardboard and poster board for some of the set. The table legs were just cardboard tubing that a rug that I got recently came on. The magic of lighting.
The magic of lighting. And then what's going on here, Epi?
So birthday party started with the performance by Jay Swash. Jay Swash is pretty amazing. And somewhere along the lines, I think around garden party, we realized that Jay Swash really likes to sing. And, you know, when a friend really likes to sing, the right thing to do is encourage them to sing. So we decided to give Jay Swash a moment in the spotlight. We needed some entertainment for the birthday party, so it worked out perfectly.
I'm interested to know if people responded to the singing with this little confetti coming out of the mouth, because I thought that was great. But I think maybe Jeremy was a little confused on that one. So I want to hear what people think.
I loved it. Yeah, his reaction was very much that he didn't understand. I think our thought process is, again, this is the friend universe, and it doesn't have to necessarily make sense in our universe for it to make perfect sense there.
Indeed, yes. I mean, and that's like, so we didn't, we very loosely storyboarded this stuff, but some stuff just wanted to happen. The friends were they really were, it was like a Ouija board. We had to make like the 25 little baby hats for the friends. So there they are. Wearing them now. Here's the mess.
Yeah, we tore up that studio. It was great. So the studio that we were in is adjoining another studio. And as you walk in through the door from the other space, the entire room glowed pink and orange. It was we had a lot of neon going on all at once.
Very true. I put these videos in here. It's not really, just a little friend. And here's our mess. I'm doing a short little video. Just mess.
We were at this. This was also one of those days. I think we were working on sets and things for about 12 hours.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was a long day. And we took breaks.
Yeah.
Cool. And
we
then
took food.
Speaking of, so this was kind of our storyboard. And some of these things made it and some did not. And this is a scene that we tried to do outside that unfortunately was cut because the light quality just didn't work out. So
yeah, the day was quite overcast and it was kind of a fluttery light effect. And we were both a little sad about it, but it happens.
We're learning. We're learning by doing. And for the birthday party, all the friends.
It's so interesting how the colors read so differently depending on how you're looking at it and which screen you're looking at it through.
So true. You can even just look at this here.
Again, a lot of us looking through screens. This has been our life. We forgot to bring the grabber sticks, so I was using a yardstick to push people around. Which I try not to do in real life, but this is the friend universe, so it's okay.
And then two more scenes.
Yeah, the one on the left is done on this, going up the stairs to my office at work. And the one on the right is in the gallery at Harding Nance Studios. And Pink Friend was helping us out. This is a shot of Jeremy finishing, I think, maybe one of the first full song sets, which was really fun. I think he really enjoyed this. Jeremy's an experimental musician and does a lot of improvisational work. So he has mentioned that he really enjoyed having a structured piece to respond to and work timing out for. So hopefully he'll be doing more of this work in the future.
Yes. So I think that's it for the slideshow.
Awesome. Shall we answer some questions?
Yes, let's answer some questions. And yeah, while you're looking through there, you know, are there any friends that you guys want to see in real life? Because we have the friends with us. And, you know, even if you don't know their name, you can just describe them and they can come on and say hello.
Okay, so I'm just going to go down the line and we'll just answer some of y'all's questions as they've come up. This one is asking what drinks the friends were being served. Mm-hmm. We don't have that particular alcohol in our universe. I think it's radioactive, and they're very strong.
Very foamy, and neon.
Let's see. Is that Leela in the background? There is a lot of Leela in the background.
Leela is always there. Leela was very welcomed to Hardy and Nance, where we did a lot of our work, and also at Canal Street Studios. So yes, it's always Leela in the background, although occasionally Ellie, Epi's dog.
We had a small, ridiculous white dog thing happening. They are both small enough to come to the studio. My dog, Aiko, is 75 pounds worth of clumsy, so she was not invited. Let's see. Favorite moments for making the videos? I think when we finally got into our groove and we were able to film, which really looked like one of us sitting behind the screen and taking the stills, and then the other person shifting the friends. We didn't really have like a specific system for that. It was just what felt right, who had been standing for a certain time and needed to sit down. There were times when we were both shifting the friends and one person was holding the clicker, but those were the good parts. That's like the stuff that you live for when you actually get to create the work.
Yes. No, and like the hilarious moments where you're just like, you didn't know that was going to happen, and then you're just laughing like a fool because it's hilarious. You're like, oh, friend, you're so funny. That I so needed that. I really needed that, especially now.
So our next question from Jason is, what was your inspiration for this project? Well, thank you for asking. It's an interesting, there was a weird path that we took here. So we mentioned earlier that this project started with the intention of being shown in the tank space at Spring Street Studios. And Claire and I were talking about creating large-scale soft sculptures. And what's interesting is we were already looking at the idea of technology creating these spaces of isolation. So we were hoping to create these interactive soft sculptures, and people would be able to enter the space and touch and feel and hug and dance with these sculptures. And then COVID happened, and touching communal soft sculptures, it was just not a thing anymore all of a sudden.
So true. So true.
So when we decided to go digital with this project, it was actually spurred by the Houston Arts Alliance announcing their Let Creativity Happen digital grant run. And we kind of got together and we were like, well, we still kind of want to do a project this summer. Let's figure this out. So we started talking about all of the things that we were missing. When we started having those conversations, we were very much quarantined. It was pretty much right after the city went into stay home, work safe. And I think we were jonesing for normal interactions and not getting them.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, we decided to look at what we were missing and what we would like to maybe get some vicarious thrills out of through the friends' interactions, and just came up with lots of ways for them to like run into each other and touch.
Mission accomplished. Ooh, yeah. What will the friends do now? Well, I mean, I think we want to continue to get to know the friends, continue to work with the friends. This is our closing for the structure of the Let Creativity Happen grant. But I have really enjoyed working with Epi, and I think, she likes me too. So we learned a lot. We have the friends. The friends are just starting to tell us who they are. So I think more moments of togetherness, more fun after a break.
Yes. Slightly less scheduling and maybe slightly less video editing for just a second. So our next question.
And I just want to say, this is Matt's response. So he didn't realize that, that we were working on this before. And so, yeah.
Yeah. COVID told us what to do, but I guess we were sensing some stuff in the air anyway. And it's interesting that it's not a complete departure from our original thought process either. We just went from big to very small.
Yes.
So what software did we use to edit? Like Claire mentioned earlier, we don't do this and we're not experts. We were using an app called Stop Motion Studios to capture the stills on an iPad. And then a lot of the video editing was done in Stop Motion Studios and then taken into Canva to format and mess around with, and then dropped into iMovie so that we could overlay the sound files. How many frames per second did we shoot? On average, we were shooting the footage at 9 frames per second, but in the process of editing, some are as slow as 5 frames per second, and I think the fastest portion of a video is 15 frames per second. I think the longest video that we have is somewhere close to 2,000 frames. Claire and I got our squats in during
yes, feel the burn. We are friends workout. That's all you need. Here's a great question. Yeah, that was good. Same one. Sorry. Brent asks, did you work from drawings or diagrams or improvise the choreography? Improvisation is the answer. Yes. I think the friends really told us what they wanted to do, and it was very, very improvised, almost entirely.
The video production.
Music production.
Oh, the music production. That is a Rocket Ship Ajax question.
Is he there? Does he want to come on?
He's somewhere. He's here in spirit.
Oh, hey, what's up, Rocket Ship Ajax? What's up?
Happy birthday, Claire, from Grace.
Oh.
Oh, this is a really good question. Oops. How many times did you bump a friend and have to change the scene to make it look like it moved on purpose? I don't want to talk about it. How's that for an answer?
Yes. Yes, I think if I were making the friends all over again, they would all have bigger bases than Thompson. But it's probably for the best that they did not.
Have you been dreaming about your friend characters? Claire, have you been dreaming about your friend characters?
I think about Meep when I'm feeling sad. I think about Meep. Where's Meep? How about you?
I have not dreamt about my friend characters at all, but I have dreamed of myself video editing and woken up and thought I was still video editing. But in my dreams, I was video editing just random weird stuff.
Or problem solving, like, you know, of the issues. So, yes.
Yes, I did say birding. Yes, I did. The day that we spent the longest out there while Splits was being created, I think we counted 237, not species, individual birds, out at Anahuac. And if anyone has not been to Anahuac, I highly recommend it. What were your considerations as far as digital platforms for this project? I guess, do you have any advice for people looking at sharing work digitally right now? We had a lot of conversations on how to share the videos and landed on Facebook because the thought process was that it was fairly easy to access, but only in the last little bit, maybe the last couple of days. I think Claire and I have both gotten a lot of feedback from people who are not currently on Facebook saying, why is this not available somewhere else? The video series is available on YouTube as well. What we are using to create this this closing event is StreamYard, which I think we both started using independently, and I believe both picked up because Fresh Arts has been using it for their programming, and it is a super cool platform that is fairly reasonably priced. And happy to talk about all the details of that offline sometime.
And I just remembered that there's a video celebrating our Q&A that we didn't play, so I'm going to play it real quick.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
That one was a workout.
Okay, how about a couple more questions?
So while you were putting this together, was there a particular program or skill you learned that's outside of your usual wheelhouse?
I would say, well, stop motion animation, never done it before, never did it before this project, so that would be the big one. And a lot of fun with Canva.
Mm-hmm. The nuances of video editing, definitely something that I was not particularly familiar with before this project, and now I have dreams about video editing. So,
and yeah. Collaboration also, just you know, working with someone so closely, and like, how do you divide tasks? How do you, you know, come to an agreement when you disagree? You know, what are some of the things, you know, I mean, everybody's different. So that was, I think, something that was fun about this project as well.
Okay, we've got 2 questions that I feel like we have to address. Which friend is Jeremy's favorite? I don't actually know. Claire and I decided to coin this Jeremy's avatar because this friend has been behind the scenes and Jeremy has been behind the scenes. This friend is our friend Jenny. I guess I should check with Jeremy. Jenny got to pick her own avatar. We haven't really looked at Jeremy.
Wishbone, and I love Wishbone. He's the goodest.
And I love this question. Who is the smallest?
Meep. Meep is the smallest. And so Meep was really the smallest.
Or is Brown Nana the smallest?
Well, they're different kinds of small. Do I have Brown Nana?
I think I might have Brown Nana here somewhere.
So yeah, it was a close, you know, it was between Brown Nana and Schloopy. So yeah, I mean, I think they are like the same size in terms of volume or whatever. So you guys, like, thank you for staying with us. Just want to remind you that you should stick around because we still have to find out who is the best friend. So just a reminder. Beth loves Meep's color. What color would you say that Meep is, everyone?
Luxurious. Can
Meep,
luxurious be a color?
Meep is the same color as instructor splits. This is a good look for me, I think. Oh,
So, are we ready for
to declare the best friends?
friends? So excited. I'm
excited too. But I think we should share this one fun fact about Friends. Just
sure.
to tease it out a little, a la American Idol. So don't go anywhere.
Should we mention how the best friends were selected?
Oh, yes.
So it was y'all. Y'all selected the best friends. We had nothing to do with this. We just counted the votes through Instagram. So thank y'all for all of your help.
All right. Facts about Friends. Okay. And without further ado, the best friends that you selected, here they are. Wait, do we want to get any guesses? Guesses, anyone? No? All right. Here we go. So we were kind of surprised by your choices, but very pleased. Good job, everyone. This is Cupcake. Oh, so no, this is not Cupcake. This is Jazz. This is Jazz. And
this is Tinky.
Tinky Winky. And Wowie. And these are the best friends.
What we decided is the thing that the winning friends have in common, appendages. Apparently y'all love appendages. So we want to take a little bit of time to say thank you, not only for helping us name the friends and pick the best friends. And all that means is that the best friends are best friends with each other, and they will be hanging out a lot.
Yes.
We couldn't have done this without a lot of support from a lot of amazing people.
Very true. I mean, first and foremost, Jeremy Rocket Ship Ajax for making the amazing music.
Yes, and big shout out to Sawyer Yards and Grace Zuniga, because if that project at Tank Space hadn't come up, we wouldn't have already been talking about this and launched directly into this project. So thank you, Grace.
And Angela Carranza for turning us on to StreamYard. Great platform.
Yes, and Laura Curley Burton for letting us borrow lights and showing us what we were doing wrong. I don't know if any of the videos would have been properly lit without you. So big thanks to Laura.
Yes, and also to David Tong for loaning us some lighting.
Yeah, and to all the spaces that we were able to use, Claire at Canal Street, Hardy and Nance, and Art League Houston let us spread out and make a mess and do what we do best.
And thank you for all the happy birthday wishes that everyone is putting in the comments. I really can't imagine no better way to spend my birthday. That's my mom, y'all. My mom. My mom is cool. Hey, Mom, I love you.
So just to, there's quite a few people asking about what's next for the Friends. We will definitely be bringing these friends back to you, but look out for some new friends in the future too. We can't travel the way that we'd like right now, but the Friends might do some traveling, so stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. And send us your suggestions. All right.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you, Claire, for letting us share your birthday.
Let's say goodbye to Cake Friend. I think Cake Friend wants to reappear here.
Bye, Cake Friend.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much. We are friends, and we are friends. We are all friends.